Hello, everyone. It's so nice to meet you all, and it's very joyful that we can use this time we have now to meet new people, to communicate about creative society, to find more ideas how we can build this world we want to live in. And today it's cool to share our ideas. How do we see the creative society? How do we see the world we want to live in? And well, it's a very broad topic, so of course we can't, I guess, share all the ideas in one call. But if I would talk about such a society, I would say that first of all, it's important that the relationships between people are totally different. Not right now that many people see each other just as a source of money or some benefits or some income. Just consumer society says that you have to use each other, you have to use people as tools, which is of course very wrong. And so in creative societies, people will be, I see they will be one big family. So there wouldn't be anyone that's, there wouldn't be any, I don't know how to say, the separations. Yeah, that these are my people. I don't know, I like them, this is my nation, or this is my family, and these people are somewhere else, I don't know them, I don't want to, I don't know, have nothing to do with them or something like that. So we're going to be part of one big family. And it's going to be, as in one of the programs Igor Mikhailovich mentioned, that when you come somewhere from one country to another, you come home sort of to yourself. Yes, that it's going to be so, and are so friendly, everywhere is so nice, everybody will be your friend, that it's not that you can't even feel the difference. You're at home now with your blood relatives or so, and you go somewhere to another country and you still feel the same. It's everywhere home. As in religions, it's quite often said, yeah, we're all brothers and sisters. And yeah, I think that should be this way, that people should treat each other like that. So something in a way that it's like your very closest person, and you wouldn't do, not that you would do any harm to that person. No, you just want the best, and you want to share, and you want to make people's lives better, and you want to contribute to them in some very positive way. And you're always caring about them, and you're thinking all the time, what else can I do, what more can I do for people, for society, for the world around us. And I don't know, any things, even in relationships, and also, like, I don't know, even starting with small things like whatever, planting flowers near your house, that everybody goes in the morning, sees the beautiful flowers and smiles. Just even tiny things, but not for yourself, not just, I don't know, hide them from everyone and gather more material wealth, but for everyone, for everybody's enjoyment, for everybody's joy, for everybody's happiness. And yeah, I think if everybody will do this in this way, we're going to build a beautiful world, and really very soon. Yeah, so
My opinion,
well,
my opinion is, like, we already have a beautiful world, and like the countries need to bond together more to make a better society. Like, there's too much divides throughout the world, and until we get rid of them divides and unite the people, and take away the money aspect, so much of the money aspect from, like, the different nations in the world, where they're fighting towards having more money than the next person, or better armies than the next person. It's until we get rid of that, like, we're not going to be equal. And what's happening in the world at the moment with everybody being in quarantine, it's showing the world that everybody's the same. And I think people are seeing the world in a different place at the moment, because everybody's been treated by equal. All the hospitals are treating the patients. There's no private healthcare; it's all public healthcare, and all the patients are being seen as equal individuals. And it's sad that, in a way, that it took something like COVID-19 to make the world listen to each other. But hopefully we learn a valuable aspect from what's going on in the world, and unite together to be better people.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you guys. And nowadays everybody, I think, feels that something went wrong in our world, and everybody feels this need for changes. So that's why we even now discussing this, because if we have no vision how it should be, we will never achieve it. And it's very important to talk about how we want to see the world we live in. And for me, creative society is a society where everyone is happy, where each person cares about the whole society, and the whole society cares about every single person. And like I can share my personal understanding. When I tend to get, I don't feel satisfaction, I don't feel happiness. But when I give something just from my heart, without expecting some material benefits, I feel such a happiness, and I want to give more. And I think if more people will understand this and will share their kindness, do some good deeds, the whole world will change. And when people really want to make difference, they can do it. We can change educational system, we can change medicine, because all these systems should serve people. For me, creative society is society of equal people. We shouldn't have any pure people. We shouldn't have children dying from starvation. We should all have good living conditions, very high quality of life, and of course high quality of relationships between people.
What I'm studying at the moment is I'm trying to learn all the languages, because I hate the language barrier that's in the words that so many people in the world speak different languages, and I'm trying to learn as many languages. Okay, it's a slow process because there's so many, but I think language is an important thing on this planet, and we're so lucky that we've created so many different languages, and we've so many ways to talk to each other, and it really is like something amazing about the human brain that we created so many different languages for so many different parts of the world. But yeah, I love studying languages.
You know what is nice, what I love about Allatra movement is that we educate ourselves. Like somebody knows how to edit video, and he or she can teach other people to do this. Somebody knows how to write articles, and he teaches other who wants to try themselves as writers. So it's great when people help each other, and even such thing as studying languages, we all can help each other, and it will be very fun and easy process. And
what's cool with the Electra projects that you, no matter what job you have or profession or whatever, you can learn like anything. You can be whoever you want to be, and you can do whatever. You can try yourself in so different projects. Like yeah, you can edit videos, you can do voiceovers. Like me, I never in my life would I think that I would ever do voiceovers. I always thought my voice is not good enough or anything like it. And then just girls, yeah, offered it, and I was like, yeah, why not? I'm curious to try new things. And yeah, now I can't imagine my life without it. And it's just as you said, and like when you work in a team, you also like, because there is always this point that like, yeah, you start thinking, yeah, I've learned enough, I'm quite good, it's okay. And you're kind of, are not motivated to grow anymore at some point. But then when you work in a team and you see how other people do it better and they invent other things, or, you know, new techniques, or they, I don't know, like with voiceovers, buy a bit better equipment, so we make even better videos. And it always motivates you to grow, but motivates in a very, I don't know, positive and inspiring way, because you see, you know, motivated by example of others. So you see how other people are so inspired and so motivated, and they're always like, you know, improving, and you're like, yeah, you know, I want to improve too, you know, I want to also, like, what else can I do better? And it's just, it's not like, you know, when you're at work, or, you know, that you don't like, and you're like, are obliged to do it, and you're just doing it for money, you know, it's like but you're, I know, you're so inspired, and you do it for yourself, and it always comes from your heart. And then this process of, I don't know, self-growing, it's very natural. It's just like, yeah, you constantly want to grow, you constantly want to learn new things and improve and try other ways. It's, yeah. This should be in creative society everywhere like this, like in all the universities and schools. I think it should be like the way of learning things, when you see other people super inspired around you, super motivated, and like everybody motivates each other to grow and to learn new things and so on.
Yeah, absolutely. Interaction with people gives so much joy, and you feel yourself so happy and full when you not limiting yourself in one particular role, doing, you know, just your job where you're working, but you try different roles. You want to be operator, please try. You want to do editing, you always have such an opportunity to learn it. Whatever you want, you can just implement your qualities and your desire to do something, and which is most important, to do something which is really useful for society. And hopefully it will be in the whole world that people who want to do something and to learn something new, they have this possibility to learn. And education, I think, should be free and should be possible to study at any age. Doesn't matter how old are you. If you want to learn something new, you can.
Yeah, for sure.
No, but like you say that about any age. I was working in a nursing home, like or so, and like even they 80 or 90 be like we'd spend an hour playing games with them that were of an educational value, or we'd have a question and answers thing, and even like they enjoyed the learning aspect. You know, there's no age where the human being doesn't enjoy learning. Like learning is something that like we do every day, and we learn something new every day, and it's great that we're able to learn something new every day. Like, and books are brilliant.
I think it's because inside everybody always feels young, so we don't get older inside.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think it's also like one of the parts of consumer society that somehow there is like a limitation that society puts on older people, that yeah, like if you're a certain age, then you have to behave in a certain way. Yeah, you can't like learn new things, I don't know, and have children, or I don't know, start a new career, whatever, you know. It's like if you reach a certain age, then you're old, you know, and there is nothing you can do about it or something. But yeah, this is also a limitation in our brain. If we think this way, you know, if people are thinking this way, if society also somehow strengthens this thought in their heads, then yeah, people feel that way. And it's very hard to like, I don't know, go against it or something. But if we treat everybody, yeah, equally, if at any age people are, I don't know, loved, respected in the same way, I don't think even people will age this much, or I don't know, maybe they won't at all age, because yeah, they will keep learning, they will keep enjoying life, doing things. Yeah.
Probably such attitude toward elders occurs because of lot of pressure, lot of fears about the future. So when we get older, we are thinking, oh, what if I have no money to even for food or something? What if I will stay alone? But if society is for people and everything is for people, we won't have such problems. And it doesn't matter what age, people will still feel themselves as a part of the society and still will enjoy their lives.
Yeah, like now we were talking about fear. Yeah, I think it's one of the ways to manipulate people, of course, in a consumer society, that you're always afraid of something. Either that, I don't know, there is not enough products, or I don't know, you won't get a job, or you will lose a job, or you won't have money for something. And like people are guided mostly exactly by this fear, so not by love. They're not doing what they love. Yeah, they're not going for a job they love, but they're going for a job that will bring them money, or I don't know, marrying a person who has money. It's just like all these sort of things, or like, I don't know, maybe they have some hobbies. It was the case for me. So like I used to have so many hobbies when I was younger and like lots of interests, but then I thought, okay, neither of this will earn me really much money. So no, I can't pursue them. And I like left them all and just went for like a career building. And only years after, yeah, when for some period of my time I wasn't working, I was like started to do the hobbies again, and I realized, oh my God, they're bringing me so much joy. They're making my life so much fuller. They help me to interact with people. They're, I don't know, somehow reveal me as a different personality, not just like one limited. You go to work, you do one type of work. I don't know, you don't go out of these boundaries. So like, yeah, I don't know. So yeah, these hobbies are so important. Again, people could do whatever they want.
At the moment with no sport, I'm missing it a lot. Like, sport is like Wimbledon, the tennis, in England, it's been cancelled, and all the soccer and the Euros, and it's not fair. Like, sport is such a big thing. Like, me watching sport, I like run and I walk a good bit, but I used to play soccer, but I don't play it anymore. But I love watching soccer and following the results, and I can't wait till things get back to normal, that we can start following sport again. Like.
And when you were talking, I understood more that in the modern world, people choose profession. The same fear leads them to choose their professions, because some professions are more, how to say, more respectful, I would say. And I think in creative society, we would choose profession regarding our passion, what we really love, and not what will bring us more money. People should get paid for all professions very good money to have the opportunity to live a good life and to travel and to do whatever they want.
Yeah, for sure. And all professions should be respected in the same way. Yeah, like viewed in the same way. I remember when I was in Austria, and people were telling me that like they're trying to work with the society and change like this attitude that that some jobs are bad, some jobs are good, because there they have a problem that the jobs that are not so like, I don't know, as you said, like respectful or something like that, people just don't go there, and they have a very big shortage. So nobody like wants to be a garbage man for example, yeah, because it's like it's not respected. People just don't like it, and nobody does it, and they have a big problem because, well, somebody still has to do it. And they were trying like to raise the salary level, and it didn't help. And they were trying to like all these kind of things, just like monetary, financial things, and they didn't work. And then they realized that like the problem is the attitude. So the society has the attitude that it's like it's not respectful, it's not a cool job to do, and whatever even money people are paid, still, you know, if they're relatives, if their whole, you know, all their friends are you know, viewing this as a not a good job, of course people won't do it. And so they started to change like people's attitudes, nations' attitude. And like it was with the garbage people, like, you know, the people who go on these cars. And so like first of all they bought like really cool cars for them, and they made like them really pretty, and I colored them in like beautiful colors, and also like made uniforms for these garbage men like in really like bright and cool colors, and they're always clean. So like first of all made them look really cool. And then they also started like a campaign like explaining people that, you know, how their job, what they do, influences the society, that even if they won't do this job for like a week, it's going to be a mess, it's going to be a disaster, like garbage is going to be everywhere. So how important is, you know, the thing they do. And then there's the garbage people. It's a horrible way to say, I don't know how they're called, but yeah, people who are employed there. So they also like came to schools and were talking to children, and like, you know, showed them like what exactly they were doing, and talked more like about their jobs, but, you know, like showed them how it is really cool and how it is actually important for society. Yeah, and people actually like they managed to change their attitude, and they viewed this again like a cool thing. Yeah, and even now, like, I don't know, there is no like I couldn't notice any, you know, any bad attitude towards this or so. And
In
it's
Ireland,
very
the bin
amazing.
man. In Ireland, the bin man's actually a wanted job, like, because it's a well-paid job, and there's an awful lot of people that go for the job of a bin man in this country, and they can't get it because there's so many people going for it, because it's actually a well-paid job, like, because it's such a hard job, you know. So it is like they get like €13 an hour, which is more than most. Yeah, everybody needs to be valued. Like some jobs are harder than others, but you know, I spent my career working in shops, and I spent 3 years working in a shop called Super Value in Ireland, and it was a nice job. Like I was working on the counter, and I was working filling the shelves and stuff, like. But you know, you're working with the community, and you're meeting all the people. And I also spent 16 years working in hotels, and I met people from all around the world. And you know, you hear so many good stories. And as a barman, you're almost a counselor in one way. Is like you're listening to all the sad stories, and you're giving your opinion. And you know, it's nice. Like I've worked with the public for most of my life. Like
Great. It should be
It's sort of a psychologist, yes, or a bartender, more psychologist than bartending, even, right?
yeah, there is. But like one of my I one of my best friends for 3 years was one of the top brain surgeons in Ireland. He used to come into my hotel, and we used to talk about medicine. And you know, I learned a lot from him over the 3 years that I was his barman. And you know, he was a good friend of mine. And you meet interesting people, like.
great. And in your opinion, how should medicine look like in creative society?
Um, I brought this up in our last meeting. Um, I I value sport, and I value sport is important in a creative society. But I also think that we're putting too much money in paying sport athletes, and people are thinking that I'll become a millionaire if I become a football player or a basketball player or this or that, and they're not thinking, okay, they think, okay, let's become a doctor. I have to work 80 hours a week. It's my whole life. I'm not able to study. I have to work 16 hours a day. You know, the conditions for a football player and a doctor who's working in a hospital, there's no comparison, and we have to level things out, and we have to, as a society, you know, like learn from, we're things need to be changed. Like, we need to change things up a bit. Like, you know, that this what's happening at the moment, I know, but like I think it's a very serious thing with COVID. Like, we need more scientists. We need to be paying more scientists to come up with the answers to the cure, you know, because, you know, scientists are the people that will save us in the end of the day. They're the most important people.
And as I think scientists and science in general should be independent, not working because they got in order from somebody to prove something that which is not true. But they should develop science for people, and all researches must be done exactly for this purpose, to make our life better. And regarding to sport and medicine, I think medicine should be mostly preventative, so not to treat the symptoms, but to prevent diseases. And I think in this case, sport can help a lot. These people who exercise, they are usually healthy.
I totally agree. I don't
Sorry.
remember where I read. I think it was in Chinese medicine or something, that it used to be a different, like now doctors are paid to cure sicknesses. So like whenever patients sort of is healthy, they're not getting anything. And whenever person is sick, they're getting money. So obviously the system is wrong in a way that they're, you know, to get money, they're motivated to somehow, I don't know, you know, they're more interested in sick people because it's what's, you know, getting the money. And, you know, it's like the system should be reversed in the way that, like, it used to be that doctors were actually paid when a person was healthy, and then, you know, whenever a person would get sick, they would be stopped, they wouldn't be paid anymore. So, you know, this motivates a doctor to make a person healthy again as soon as possible. You know, the doctor has a direct interest, and then you as a patient, you also know in such a system that, okay, you know, you're really, you know, whatever the way you're treated is going to be good for you. It's aimed at you, you know, being healthy. Because right now, yeah, just as you said, when you, like, everybody knows that most of the medicines you're prescribed, they are because some corporation pays them to, like, prescribe them or something. And like, I don't know, I guess doctors feel really bad about it, but they don't, I don't know, have much choice because they need money. And also patients, like, you know, they can never be sure if what you're taking is going to help you or not. And it's, you know, this distrust between a doctor and a patient, which is horrible, because that should be the first thing, you know.
Yeah, there is, you're right there, where the pharmaceutical industry, doctors are told they need to prescribe so many drugs a year, and, you know, it's a problem, all right. Like,
yeah, it's like probably they're getting a percentage or something, because like even I don't know, I just went to a doctor a while ago. I just had a sore throat, you know, nothing major, just a sore throat, but I needed like a paper for work, and they prescribed me like 5 different types of medicine for it. And I was like, I don't really need it. And like when I started reading it, it's like it's for, I don't know, some really, you know, horrible disease or something, if you can talk already or so, not just for sore throat. And the doctor said, well, you know, it's like I need to make my living, so like, you know, you can take them, you cannot take them, you know, it's your choice, but you know, I gotta prescribe them. And it's just, yeah, it's not, you realize it's not the way it should be working in the world. It's these are people, yeah, as you said, they're gonna help us, they're gonna save us, you know, our bodies. So there should be trust. They should trust us that we're gonna, you know, listen to them and really do what they prescribe. You know, there should be a cooperation between doctor and a patient. For that, trust is obligatory. Yeah, but yeah, without changing like the vector from consumer to creative, I think it's impossible to change the system at all.
It was lovely chatting with you, and hope to talk to you again soon.
Thank you. I enjoyed our conversations too.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. It was nice meeting you.